Hello everyone, this is Valhallagamingtv and this is the channel that plays everything so you don't have to. This video is going to be a how-to video on how to build a coal power plant. So for those of you that don't know how to do all this video should help you out. Okay, so this is the platform I'm going to start on and I'll explain why I did all this as we go through the build process. Okay, let's go over here. The first thing we're going to need for a coal power plant is coal. So you can look for coal just by using your scanner. And we got all these coal nodes right here. So we can utilize these to build our starter coal power plant. So let's do it. First, we're going to need these miners. So we got an MK miner right here. I'm using the MK1s. So I can basically make it like a scenario that you guys would be in when you're first starting out. You should have MK1 miners, probably MK2 belts, things like that. So we'll just start off with one of these. This is a normal coal node, which is going to produce 60 per minute. So we'll just build from that. Now we're just going to pull a belt over here. And we're going to get it to come this direction. You don't really have to have it in straight mode if you don't want to. You can if you like. But this is going to represent the belt that brings the coal in so we can get started. So let's grab a coal power generator. We're going to start with it on this side. Put one here. Okay. And we put a coal generator right there. So what we need for this generator is we're going to need coal up here. And then we're going to need water. It says it takes 45 meters cubed per minute. So we need to make sure we have enough water coming in to get in here and coal. And it'll produce 75 megawatts. So let's bring the coal in. What we can do here is probably pull the foundation out a little bit more. And we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a splitter. So I got it right here on the hotbar. And we want to make sure there's a little bit of room because we got this pipe that we have to put stuff into. So let's pull it out to like right here. It doesn't necessarily have to be that far out, but for now, that's what we're going to do. And then we can pull this straight over here. The edge, and I'll get rid of some of this and just connect it directly to it. So let's grab the conveyor belt. We'll put it over here, lift it up a little bit and connect. So there's going to be the coal coming in and that's going to be 60 per minute. So once that hits, we'll figure out how much we're going to need. But for now, while that's going, we're going to need to get some water. So to get water, we need to get the water extractors. So the first thing we're going to do is put one of them down here. Let's rotate it. We'll get it close to this. And that should work. Okay. Now we got a water extractor. So how much water does this pull out per minute? That's 120 meters cubed per minute. And we only needed 45 up there. So this will be plenty for what we're trying to do for just that one generator. So let's figure that out real quick. We're going to get a pipe to come out. What I'd like to do is I'd like to pull the pipe straight down first. So let's place it here. Pull it straight down. Probably not that direction. Let's rotate it. Straight down like this. And then once that places, I like to put a junction. That way it connects directly into it. So go to logistics, pipeline junction, rotate it, and connect it. There we go. And if it doesn't connect right away, you can press R to make it connect. Sometimes the build modes don't work out very well, but once you do that, it should be good to go. Now we got to bring the pipe up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it right up here on this wall. Like that. We'll just do horizontal and vertical. That's a good mode to use. And we'll go straight up. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to build this and it's going to have a problem. And then we're going to fix that problem so you guys know what to do in the future when you're building it yourself. So all I'm doing right now is bringing this straight up here. And then we're going to pull it this direction. We can rotate. Also, a really nice tip is press H. And you can hold it like that. And then you can basically nudge the pipe how you want it to move. And so we'll just put it right here. Okay, so we got a pipe coming up. Now we need to pull this one like this. Let's do a different mode. That might be too close. So let's pull it a little further forward. Here we go. Raise it up. And then we can put it straight across right over here. So there's definitely better ways to do this to make it look better. Like for example, instead of doing that, let's say you want a walkway in the middle here. You can just grab this, pull it to like this location, lift it up, and then connect it. That way you can walk underneath and you don't have to worry about that. It's always good to plan ahead for that kind of thing. Okay, so now we got coal. You need 15 per minute. We got 60 coming in. That means that we have enough for 4 of these generators. So let's put 1 here. That's 1, 2, 3, and that'll be 4 total. Okay, so we got 4 of them total now. That means that we can actually pull this, grab the splitter. If you guys don't know by now, you can middle click the mouse button and it'll copy whatever item you're looking at. Just like that. Let's pull out the conveyor belts. Now another thing to think about too is how much can this conveyor belt handle? So an MK2. We go up to it, it can handle 120 resources per minute. So we got 60 coming in, so we have plenty of conveyor belt space. So let's plug all these in. Just like that. And then we're also going to want to put some power poles. So let's put 1 there, 1 there. I like to do it like right in the middle. All this can be done differently, however you guys prefer. But I'm just going to show you guys the basics on how this works so you can make your own stuff. Remember, there's always more than one way to do stuff. Okay. So now we got coal coming into all these. There we go. 15 per minute. So that'll be a total of 60 per minute. Turn on the flashlight so we can see. And now we got an issue. Now, if you see here, we don't got no water coming in. There's 0 to 50. We need 45. And if you count these, that's going to be 45, 45, 45, 45. So that's going to be 180 that we need. And sadly, this only produces 120. So we're going to need 2 of these if we wanted to actually produce enough water. So we're going to have to connect this one as well. So let's pull this pipe down like we did before. And connect it. Now, how much can this one pipe take? 300 meters cubed. This will be 240, so we got plenty of headroom here. Headroom was probably the wrong word for that because that's used for other things, but there's plenty of room in the pipe so we can push enough fluids. Yeah, so that's not lined up very well, is it? It's too high, but it should connect. There we go. Let me take this guy out real quick. As you can see, this tutorial is very realistic because you will be attacked while you're building stuff in this game. Okay, so now we got 2 of them going. Let's get this plugged in like this. Bring it down this way. And then let's put another power pole right up here. And then connect it. There we go. So those will all be plugged in. Now, the issue we're having here is we got enough water, but once we come up here, see how it's getting lower? And we go up higher. Let's see. No water. Oh, there's a little bit. But it's really not making it up here. So each one of these, I think, produces a 10 meters cubed of head lift, which basically is the pressure in the pipe to push it upwards. So what we're going to need for this is we're going to need a pump. And this pump is going to go up to that point there, which doesn't seem like it's going to be enough yet. So we got to do another one right here. And then we got to plug them in just like that. Okay, we got those 2 connected. Now let's look at the pipe. Look at that. We got a flow rate like this. You go up here, still pumping water up now. The flow rate's going up and down. All right, looks like we got 50 in here. We don't got nothing in there yet because we haven't put any pipes, which doesn't help very much. So let's get these pipes put in here. So what we can do here, again, what I like to do is the junctions. So we can start it like right over in this area, and we can lift it up. Let's see, probably 2 will be good. Pull it all the way down this way. Like this. Lift it up 2. And now we can do a junction right down the center here. Like that. Make sure it's lined up. Let's see if it connects. Straight up here. Okay, so that was too close, so we'll just do the outside here. Go up 2. Pull it this way to the end. Make sure it's straight. Go up 2. Grab some junctions. Now we can just line it up here. Just like that, all the way down. And then we can plug these pipes in. And then they should all be working pretty well. Okay. So now we should have some water pumping in. So the water's not going to be pumping in too quickly because we're only using that these 2 pumps here. There is a little trick in order to make it do better, and I'm going to actually show you guys how to do that. It's called a water tower. So instead of just having it like this where it just goes here and goes straight over there, we're going to do a little bit different. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get rid of this. We're going to go straight up. So the water tower, for whatever you're trying to connect, you're going to want it to be taller than whatever's the pipes are connected into. So if it's at that height, you want to be like, even if you're just like right here, it was a little bit taller, it should work. But I like to go a little bit higher. So we're just going to do this, plug it in here. And now what we want to do is get the pipes to push the water up. And you can do that by making sure you got enough pumps in the right areas. So let's plug these in. Luckily we got this little power pole here to help us out. And then we're going to rotate it and pull it back down this way. We're going to go straight down all the way to the bottom, like this. So the idea is that we need to have this pipe, which I'll call the key pipe, which is going to be holding all the pressure. So if we look at it, we can see that water's flowing down into it now. See that? How it's filling up? Just like that. Water's going all the way to the top. So what we want to do is take this key pipe and take it all the way down to the end here. If we do that, it'll push all that pressure right into the pipe again, and it should be a consistent pressure all the way to wherever the pipe needs to connect. So let's lift this up. Okay, let's put this one here, lift it up a little bit, pull it all the way down here. And let's flip this around, and then we can connect it just like that. So again, I'm not making it look super pretty right now. I'm just making it work so you guys can get an understanding of how this all works. Okay, now we just grab this one, pull it all the way down here, and plug it in. So let's see how this works. So that's the key pipe. This is pushing the pressure down. And that's going to be the water tower. And now these pipes are going to be pushing that direction. Now we can take this one right out of here and we can pull it right up to the top. So let's make it look real ugly, and we'll pull it right over here. There we go. And flip it around. And now we're just going to connect it directly into this. So let's pull it down now, all the way this way. And I'll explain to you how this works again. Okay, let's see if it's pumping. There it goes. Look at that flow rate. It's going up to max now. Wait till it fills up. There it goes. Okay, so it's going up to max now. So the way this works is that all you need to do is get one water tower or one water extractor, and from the water extractor you need to push water up a tower just like this. You need to make sure you have enough pumps, and it's going to go all the way up to the top. Make sure the tower is higher than the stuff that you're connected it to. It's going to come all the way back down, and then this key pipe is going to be what holds the pressure. And now you need this pressure to push this water. So in order to do that, you want to put this at the end of your link, which this is the end of the pipe here. So this water is coming through this way, pressure is pushing, pushes all the way down. So this water comes out, gets pushed. This one comes out, it gets pushed. And then this is the pipe that's getting all the water pushed up. And this is going to be full pressure all the way down here. And now if you look over here, we got 50 out of 50. This one's filling up. Gonna take a sec, but we're getting there. This one's starting. And that one's starting. So it looks like it's going up. We need 45 per minute. It'll get there, it takes time. So it's like a manifold setup as well. The water will take its time before it gets there because it's got to fill this one first. It's at 50 now. See how it's going up? And eventually this will be filled up. And once this fully fills up, then this one over here will also fill. They'll be maxed out. And then you got yourself a coal power plant. It's really simple. You just need water, you need coal, and then you just put it into the power plants here. And the hardest part usually is getting the water to pipe in properly and keep that pressure. As long as you do the proper calculations and you know you have enough water. I always like to have a little extra water than what's needed in the pipes. That way you have a little bit of an overflow. And then once you have that water tower, everything should be pressured real nicely and fill up. And remember, if you do it like this, like a manifold setup, it's going to take a sec for the last one to get all the pressure and all the water it needs. But look, now it's full. They're all ready to go. And just right here, these four are producing 75 apiece. That's 300 megawatts. And so if you just repeat this process, and you can even double it on both sides. You can do some here, some over here, and just repeat the process all the way down. And you got yourself a massive coal generator factory. And you can just do this over and over again until you have enough power and you're far enough in the game to move on to the fuel generated factories. Okay, everyone, if you guys want to see a more complex setup, something that I've done later on, or a really cool looking one that makes tons of power for coal power generators, let me know in the comments below. Also, like this video and ask as many questions as you'd like, and I'll try to help you out if you're confused or you need more information. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later. Hey, Valhalla Gaming TV community. Join me in a quick shout out of our community members that help support the channel. Check out our very first member of Odin's Ravens, Leyu02. Thank you for your support, and see you all in the next video.